Welcome to Right for the Role, the podcast. I'm your host, John Frank Levy. Thanks for joining me as I sit down with friends and colleagues to explore the journeys they've taken to discover the roles they're right for, both professionally and personally. And now I'd like to introduce my guest, Eriq La Salle, Sasha Alexander, Dennis Dugan, Noah Wyle, Shanola Hampton, who, like me, got her start in the TV business in a casting office.
So there was all this pushback, and I never understood it until I think you might have been the first person after I got the job to break it down.
Yeah.
And I was still
But, and just know, Eriq, that one of my favorite parts about my job and my career is that I was an advocate for things. And I felt confident enough to tell Barbara, and not ask, but jeopardize a little bit of my stature with her, to just tell her, this rule is effing stupid. And the important thing is that this show gets the greatest cast because it has the greatest upside, maybe of anything that we'll ever do.
But I remember reading with you, and I just remember at that moment, the joy that I had was actually in taking the risk. There was something just very, hello, Margot. Doggies in the You want to be right for the role, Margot? Are you right for the role?
Yes, she is. As you listen, it's my greatest hope that you'll find inspiration, motivation, to embrace the roles in your life you were always meant to play.
Okay, I know you guys are all looking at me and going, what the hell's he doing on the coffee table? And I said, I've never pitched myself for a movie before, and I've never certainly been in the president of Universal's office before. And so when I'm done with my pitch and I leave, whether I get it or not, you're all gonna, when I leave the room, you're gonna say, holy shit, how about that nut getting up on the coffee table and walking around? And I said, and then you're gonna go back to your offices and you're gonna say, we had a bunch of guys and one of them got on the coffee table and walked around. And I said, that's what we want for this movie.
And I believe writers write, and I just say the words. So it's all there for me to just deliver what they have already beautifully written.
You talked also, I thought it was interesting because I never knew this.
Do you want me to tell the Sandy story? I'll tell the Sandy story if you really want to hear it, because I can't say no to you.
Well, I just think it's funny as hell, but only if it doesn't make you uncomfortable.
No, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. In a sense, it is a story about something that we have gone and made a lot of policy around now, but I told it as a bit of an anecdote, and I'll tell it in that way now.
I don't know exactly when this interview that we're doing now is going to drop. No, look at me using fancy tech terms.
Look at you. When will it drop? Go ahead.
But
Right for the Role, hosted by John Frank Levy, launches December 11th.